What's going on, guys? In this video, I really want to talk about the power of position sizing and being able to sit in a move long enough to see if it's going to work out. So a lot of times, especially when you're scalping futures and you guys are on these prop firms, in my experience from the traders that I work with at Evolution Traders, I've been working with traders for the past 3.5, 4 years. One problem that I see a lot of times is that traders want to position size themselves larger than what they can emotionally withstand. So what that means is that when you get into a trade, whether it's a scalp or a day trade, you're essentially looking for it to start moving within 10 seconds. You start looking for it to move within 1 minute. And the problem that happens a lot of times is that you get into a trade, it doesn't do what you want it to do or move as fast, and you look at the P&L and it's not quite what you want to see. You start to go red, you sell out of that position only to be later chasing the same move that you were already in and then chopping yourself up or getting out at a loss and then realizing that you would have made a ton of money if you just would have sat in the move. So when we look at this play here, the 20 SMA play, I teach this play on YouTube. I teach this setup on YouTube, and I really dive into it in Evolution Traders. So if you guys really want to get involved and learn the entire system, and you want access to the community and courses and trading with the rest of the guys and watching the live streams each and every single day, that link's going to be down in the description box below. But I want to give you guys a quick little recap here on a potential trade setup. So at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we can see that we get our first close over the 20-period moving average as previously traded below. We wick up to the 200 and then pull right back. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a confirmation over the wick and to get over this 200 supply zone here. That happens at 11:20. And to be honest, it goes up from a price of around 306 all the way up to 341. Now I want to make something very, very clear. You could have definitely taken 5, 10, 20, almost 30 points off this move and been done. Now, what happens is a lot of you guys will get into this play a little late because maybe you were second guessing yourself. So you're somewhere located in the middle top half of this candle, somewhere in here. And then the next candle opens up, spikes, and then it pulls back. And what happens is you guys are cutting this position here or even here once we start to dip because you're red, and then 15, 20, 30 minutes later, we're back up almost towards your entry. And then you look back at the end of the day and you missed out on this whole big run up. Now, if you're size too heavy, I understand it. If you're in with mini contracts, you're not going to be able to sit through the pullback. If you're in too heavy on the micros, you might not be able to sit through this because emotionally you're going to see your P&L go from green all the way to break even and then red and then get out of the trade. So if you were playing 2 or 3 or even 4 mini contracts, think about the move that you would have made. Yes, you would have got in somewhere here at around 309. Let's not hesitate on the break. You get in at 309. We push all the way up to 340s. You could have definitely taken profits. Let's say you didn't take profits and now you're down 5, 10 points. This is not really going to affect your mental state. But what I want to tell you guys is that by being sized correctly allows you to sit through this. And I want to explain to you how long this is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 minutes, almost 1 hour later, essentially, you would still be sitting in this in drawdown. So that's very, very tough to do when you're sized heavy and you can't withhold and withstand those periods of drawdown. Because as traders, we get very anxious. As traders, we start to panic, and then we sell out, and then we enter again, and then it pulls back, and we close out, and then we enter again, and then it pulls back, and we close out. But realistically, if you had small position sizing, meaning you're not trying to, rob the bank on one particular play, you could have sat through this 45 to 50 minutes worth of drawdown, and then look at what happens at 12:20. We start to push up, and then higher, and then higher, and then higher, and then higher, essentially all the way into the close, where we close at a price of 15,377 from an entry price of around 310, even given slippage or given a little bit of a late entry. Let's call it 310 to 377. We're talking about a 65-point move. So a 60-point move, even on 2 or 3 micros, is up a couple $100. So again, if you just worry about focusing on making $100, $200, especially if you're trading on these prop firms, you have to understand that those small gains start to really add up. At the end of the week, you might be up $500, $600, $700. At the end of the month, you might be up $2,000. Now, the goal, if you're trading prop, is to have multiple accounts. So if you're able to make, let's say, anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a month per account, which doesn't seem like a lot, turns into a substantial amount of income if you have 3, 4, 5 plus accounts. You could essentially be taking out of the market $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 each and every single month, not really stressing on trying to make $5,000 from just one account. Now, a lot of times traders get into these prop firms and they think that, well, I have a $50,000 or $100,000 account. It shouldn't be too hard to make $10,000 or $8,000 in a month. But realistically, what you're expecting to do on a $50,000 account is bring in like a 10 to 15% return on investment. On a $100,000 account, you're looking to bring in 10 to 12% return on investment. Now, a smart trader and a smart investor is looking for 2 to 3% per account per position size. So for example, if you have a $100,000 account, or you're trading a couple of accounts that is worth $100,000, you would be looking to try to make anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 a month on that one particular account. And I'm even telling you, aim lower, aim for 1,000, aim for 1,500, and do that times 4 or 5 accounts. And now you're talking about anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000 a month without a whole lot of financial risk and stress involved. Again, just wanted to recap. Make sure you guys are sized down on your position so you can sit through this 50 minutes worth of drawdown here, because it's this 50 minutes worth of drawdown where traders get anxious and they get tired and they sell out only to see the trade run in their favor. So again, position sizing is everything, guys. It's key. It helps you with your emotions, and it also helps you stack those winning small days up, so at the end of the month you can take those payouts. If you want to join me and you want to learn the strategy, you want to get access to the community, access to one-on-one coaching and the live webinars, make sure you join the link down in the description box below. Again, it's not for everyone. I only take on a couple new traders each and every single month. So if you do join and I have to tell you, that sorry, we're already maxed out, and or you hit me up and you guys wondering if you can get in and there's not enough space, it's because more than likely it's another trader who's a little bit more serious ended up taking advantage of the opportunity. Again, we're still in the beginning half of October, so we've got a lot of time to work here before we get into November. Again, make sure that you guys are investing in yourself and your education, not only with courses or Discord services or anything like that, but make sure you guys are doing your homework as far as charting. Make sure you're doing your homework as far as journaling, as far as writing down your emotions when you're in a trade. All this stuff really helps and starts to add up. I'll see all of you guys on the inside who decide to join. I'll see the rest of you guys here on YouTube tomorrow.